What's up, guys? It's Wombat, and today we're back with another spicy Beyblade burst combo. The first in a while, actually. And no, this isn't gonna be, actually, I should make one about Crash Ragnarok, but, especially because it's been popping up with Destroy Dash and Zephyr Dash lately, but this is a different video. So this is a specific combo that takes advantage of the WBO's ruling about mode changes, and that this combo is Legend Spriggan, 7 star, my bad, and Zephyr Dash. This will work with more or less any of the dash drivers: Extreme Dash, Hunter Dash. Destroy Dash, not so much, but I guess they could also help you outspin some things. But, Zephyr Dash is what I decided works best for this because it does have the most burst attack out of all of the dash drivers, just because it is a plastic surface and it's a little easier to control for a sliding chute than Destroy is. But basically, the way this works is that under the WBO ruling, you are allowed to change Legend Spriggan's spin direction once per battle, because it is ruled as a mode change. And currently you cannot do that for Spriggan Requiem, because, I mean, as you can see, as evidenced by like the Takara Tomy videos and like other WBBA, Spriggan Requiem is still highly popular in Japan on whatever lift bearing, just because it's the closest thing you can get to a guaranteed win. They do allow you to switch it, and they'll just allow you to out-process most things. And while that's their playstyle, the WBO doesn't allow that, just because like it is a little too overpowered to have Spriggan Requiem just beat everything by changing modes. Most matchups into an unwinnable, and I know that's starting to become a thing with like Cho-Z Spriggan on Atomic, because that ruling hasn't been put in place for it yet. Just change the same spin to stabilize your opponent. But anyways, so this kind of has like a limited period of super viability, but it can still be used today. Basically, what you do is, this is used to basically kill bearing combos, and just because bearing has such a weak spring, the only issue is that it will likely outspin you if you are in the opposite spin direction, and that's where Legend Spriggan comes in. It's the attack type layer that can spin both right and left, and you have the power to change this mid-battle. So the way to use this combo is simple. You just switch to the same spin direction as your bearing opponent, sliding chute, and you will most likely burst them. An issue that does happen with Legend Spriggan is that the teeth do wear down. It's not incredibly quickly. I think it's not Valkyrie or Death Scyther where it wears down over like 10 battles, but it does get noticeably weaker after like several months of usage. So this is best done with a new Legend Spriggan. I think there's one coming out in like a new random booster soon, so that'd be a good chance to pick one up. Unless Cho-Z Spriggan ends up being the same thing as this, but better. 7 star. 7 is just kind of a disc that I found works well with Legend Spriggan. 8 bursted too much, 4 bursted too much. I never really tried 5 with it. I think 0 is too slow. So 7 just seems to be the best disc for it in my opinion. And then star, it was Meteor, but now that you can change the spin direction, star faces both ways, so we use star now. So yeah, I've explained like what matchups it works in, all the parts. So let's just see it in action now. So first let's show off Legend Spriggan 7 star Zephyr Dash against Hell Salamander 0 lift bearing. yeah, that'll happen too sometimes. Wow, it's pretty violent. So yeah, as you can see, it does an okay job at beating her salamander bearing, assuming you get the sliding shoot right. If you don't, you'll probably get outspun. This combo does take some skill to use. Alright, so now let's show off right spin Legend Spriggan against Archer Hercules zero lift bearing. Yeah, no burst, but still 3 clicks on Archer Hercules. Pretty close. There's a KO. What's that? Another KO. Alright, and then last but not least, we're gonna test it against Spriggan Requiem zero lift bearing in both spin directions. I think they're both in left spin right now. Oh wow. It's pretty explosive. Legend Spriggan. Oops. Another double burst. And even in the rare case you're up against right spin Spriggan Requiem, this will also work there too. Legend Spriggan, 7-star, Zephyr Dash. It does require a good bit of skill to use. Sliding shooting Zephyr is actually kind of difficult. More difficult than Extreme in my opinion, just because like the strength and the angle is so weird compared to Extreme, just because it's a different size and a different material, that I find it personally harder to sliding shoot after just using that with rubber attack tips for so long. But in the right hands, it's definitely capable of taking out bearing combos in both spin directions. I find that it struggles the most with left spin Spriggan Requiem and Archer Hercules. Hell Salamander seems to be a little easier for it to take out, and same with right spin Spriggan Requiem. But it also requires you to have like a new Legend Spriggan, so it doesn't self-burst. But overall, kind of a risky combo, but also like kind of versatile at the same time. It may or may... Yeah, if you're the same spin, the bearing user will have to launch a little harder so they don't get outspun because you're on Zephyr. But it's definitely workable if you know your opponent's going to go with bearing, but you're not sure which direction they're going to go in. And this only works for Takaratomi bearing. Pretty much goes without saying, because Hasbro's bearing seems to have a stronger spring than Takaratomi's and also fits tighter on many of their layers, whereas Takaratomi's bearing has a weaker spring and does not really fit tight on anything in particular. So yeah, this has been my like semi-spicy combo of the day. I don't know when the next one's going to come. Hopefully it will be some kind of burst classic or burst limited combo. That would be great. But until then, I will see you guys next time.